It's almost 2026 and Toyota still hasn't put on hood struts on the truck. So with Lexland Gear's help, we're going to go ahead and do that today. So follow along for my little instructional DIY video and let's go. So when you get your box in the mail, you will get an instruction manual that has some QR codes on it. One QR code is going to be a link to a video and the other is going to be a link to a PDF file. Then you're going to get 2 hood struts. Then you're going to get 2 bolts. We'll go over that later. You're going to get 2 hood pieces of hardware that go right up here. They are matching. Then you're going to get 2 different brackets that go in the engine bay. So one of these brackets, this one right here for me, is going to go on the passenger side. And I know that because it has a little hook that goes into play. Then you have your hole for the bolt. The driver's side does not have the hook. So you can kind of differentiate what goes where right out the gate with that little piece of information. So with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on with the install. All right, so for our next step, we're going to go ahead and hit the driver's side. We're going to go ahead and install this bad boy. So what we want to do, we want to make sure that your ball is facing inwards, the hole facing upwards, and it's going to go on this top bolt right here. So we're going to take a 12 millimeter and we're going to go ahead and take it out. So let's do that right now. Simple as that. Okay. So the bolt is out. We're going to go ahead and use that same bolt and put it back in. All right. And now we tighten it back up. Make sure it's nice and straight when you do this. All right, now we do the other side. All right, so for this next step, we have the lower bracket. So if you remember earlier in the video, I talked about these lower brackets and one has kind of this nipple and one does not. So we're gonna grab the one with the little nipple or whatever you guys wanna call it. If you look down next to your battery, between the battery and the fuse box, you will look down and you will see an elongated hole. You will see a threaded hole, and then you'll see a small little hole right next to it. And then you will see, it looks like a ground that goes to the fuse box in the exact shape of the lower part of the bracket. So it's pretty simple. Take the little nipple or little, whatever you want to call it, put that in next to the hole. So we're gonna go ahead and get it placed in there. And what this does is it locks that into place so it doesn't move on us. So once we get it in there, we get it threaded. I'll bring this camera over and show you guys in just a minute. All right. And this is going to be using a 14 millimeter. It is a little tight in there, so you might have to use a crescent wrench, which, give me 1 second, I'll do that. Okay, so now that we have our crescent wrench, it seems to be I don't know, weirdly different. This is a 13 out of 14, but 14 worked on that, 13 works on this. I don't know. Math ain't mathin'. Okay, so now that we have this, we're gonna go ahead and tighten this down. We're gonna start off with finger tight all the way. Okay, go ahead and tighten it. Okay. All right, so now that that's tightened, we will move to the next, on the driver's side, do the exact same thing. So here's what that bracket should look like in its place. If it focuses, there it is. Pretty simple. Now we'll move on to the other side. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're gonna go find your other fuse and relay box, then your brake master cylinder, the electronic portion of it. You're gonna wanna, there's gonna be 2 bolts that are already gonna be there holding in all this. So you wanna go to the one that's closest to your fuse box. It is a 12 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that. And we're gonna go ahead and reuse this exact same bolt. So don't lose it in the abyss. All right. That is a long, there we go. That is a long one. All right. Let's put that down. Get that sucker out of there. And we're on the home stretch now. All right, now we have our 12 millimeter out. Gonna have the little fin facing towards the fuse box. Put the bolt back in. Get her tight. It is a little tight in there if you got big hands. Okay, let's see here. Just cross-threaded it, I think. Yep, I got that in there crooked. So once you get this installed, we'll head on to the next step. All right, so now the cool part. So Lexland gear, they recommend having the cylinder portion up towards the top. And these should just snap in. Yep, just like that. And what we're gonna do is take this hood, bad boy out. And then this should just pop right in, just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this back up real fast so I can do the other side. And it's done. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I mean, and thank you Lexland Gear, because this is such an amazing product. I've been wanting one of these since I got the truck. And I was really disappointed when I found out that when you buy a $50,000, $60,000 truck, it doesn't come with really simple hood struts. So the install is extremely easy. I highly suggest getting these. We'll test out the longevity of these, but I mean, they're hood struts, so there can't be nothing crazy. So check out the link below. Get 25% off until January 3rd, 2026. So time is going to be running out. So only a few days when this video has been posted. After that, it should be about 20% off in case you missed that deal. But check it out, the link below. The install is pretty easy. I hope I did well enough. I'm showing you guys the ease of the install. It looks a little daunting at first because the brackets look the same. It's really not that bad. The instructions are really well done, and then they have a video as well, and then my video. So check it out. They have a lot of other really cool stuff on their website at lexlandgear.com. Go check it out, and please subscribe and like and share this video. Thank you.